Well,
Yeah, we're good.
boys and girls, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to High Top Sports NASCAR. Happy Thursday evening. Happy Gatorade Duels, a.k.a. the Daytona Duels. Just got back. Literally was just there. Literally just parked into the driveway as race 2 was finishing. Kind of a snooze fest compared to that first one, but we got our guy, Cowboy Ty, joining us here today to break down both races, to break down the heartbreak that Corey LaJoie faced. And, of course, he has his just ugly Joey Logano. Of course, I've been trolling Joey Logano all week. Our guy Reaper's been in the comments saying, go Joey Logano. The one race that I watch, I get to watch Joey Logano race into victory lane, which was just that Mr. Busher car, man. I became a big fan this weekend. That bodyguard neon orange is a hit. And I will be scooping up that as soon as it is available. But it looked fantastic out there today. Had a great time. But you watched them both on TV. How was it, Ty?
Yeah, I mean, coverage was great. First duel, I was really impressed with the RFK cars in the first duel.
Yeah.
We'll get into how Corey LaJoie takes an awful beat, but the RFK cars looked really strong to me. Obviously, the Penske cars are really good, and unfortunately for Cindric, he got stuck in the one where there was only 4 Fords.
Yeah, it was the
Screwed.
Ford show, which I loved
Yeah.
for race 1. Yeah, man, that RFK pack, they got together and they were a force. You had old big brother Brad in the back doing the tush push blocking, essentially. Guys would try to make a run on the outside and he would hit him with that side draft and kind of keep that upper lane at bay. And I was really hoping we would have a clean green pit stop with no flag. We didn't get that, and we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, I mean, I was there watching those four just go at it. It was 1, 2, 3, 4. It was Ryan Preece followed by Mr. Busher. Then Corey LaJoie packaged in with a nice little deal backed by Brad Keselowski. All 4 of those cars looked fantastic. We're flying around the racetrack. And yeah, you had your Penske's trying to get some speed. Kyle Busch is fast, boys. Let's not get it twisted. That Kyle Busch was toying with them by himself at times. He did a really good job of side drafting. I was kind of watching him move up and down the track. I think he's getting a good feel of his car. Then right towards the end there, he fell off. He sensed what was coming. He also could tell that this pack, in my opinion, was much more competitive for who had to race in. You had your Casey Mears. You had your Corey LaJoie. Zane Smith was given an absolute run at it. I mean, this thing was coming down.
Chandler Smith,
excuse me.
Yeah. That was actually, I was going to get into that because Chandler Smith was in the line to move, and Keselowski moved him in the middle so that
you saw, dude. I was losing.
He moved him out of the way. Yeah,
that was. I mean, like I hated it for Zane, but it just shows when you don't have friends out there, man.
it stopped.
That shows you 40 years of racing versus 5 years of racing. You just got bullied. I mean, Brad did literally everything he could for Corey LaJoie to get into this race, and we could start to segue into it because I couldn't see where it happened. It happened right going into turn 3, and obviously that was like the right where I couldn't see it. I watched it on TV, but I from what it could tell, it was the view that I saw. It looked like Brad almost started checking up. Is that what happened? Did we get a little accordion effect?
It was accordion effect, and then obviously Suarez got back, and it wasn't Suarez's fault. It was just one of them racing deals, and Corey LaJoie ended up saying that his car got pulled right to the right as soon as he got tapped, and he just couldn't control it. He was trying to get to the end of the race, but you can't just sit back and get out of the way. Like, you still got to race, and
so he got bumped by Suarez, right?
Suarez hit him. It was accordion effect. Suarez got in the back of him, and they said he turned his car turned his car to the right. He couldn't do anything about it.
Well, those early on in that race, we saw Bubba Wallace get bumped by who was it? Was it Chase Elliott?
Well, I think
Chelsea. It was in the second race. It was a Chevy car that bumped him as well, and they were talking about those new noses and how
Dylan? Austin Dillon, I think it was, or was it?
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I knew it was a Chevy. Okay, so Dylan gave a big shove and spun Bubba out, which caused that big wreck earlier on in that race, which took out Chandler Smith, almost took out Corey LaJoie in that one too. But yeah, I was really pulling for LaJoie and those guys to get in and to have all 4 RFKs. I think it'd have been good. I'm pulling for Busher hard this year, and Yeah, I saw him get accordion up, but I mean, it looked like Brad slowed down too, though. I was like, what? I saw Brad kind of fading. I'm like, what are we doing here? Like,
I can't
could
remember who was in front of him. Somebody was in front of him, and it he had to get out of the gas, and then everyone had to get out of the gas, and it was too late, and it was just one of them racing deals, man. And you go to Daytona, and that's just what it is. But I'm just going to give a shout out right now to Casey Mears. How
crazy?
about he makes it? Like, he was dead. I mean, he was flat down. He was dead. They had one of those new one of those like hydraulic things where they just lift the car up now and they just drive away. I don't know if you saw that. Was pretty impressive to get out of the grass.
Oh, that's right, because he wrecked. He wrecked. He wrecked coming into the
Like
pits.
9 laps. Yeah, with like 15 laps to go or something like that. And he got a lap back on a lucky dog and then ended up racing his way in.
That's right.
How
That's
about
right.
that?
Yeah, he had his front wheel wasn't spinning because it got all bent up when he wrecked old Noah Grayson. Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah, look, good for him. I was really hoping LaJoy would get in. I think that was just a great car,
Oh, I
fast
agree.
car, and
He's had
gotta
success at Daytona as well.
gotta be kicking himself a little bit. I mean, Corey LaJoy. I mean, he reminds me of kind of like Ricky Stenhouse. Both those guys usually get after it. It felt like he's not used to racing with a team. Corey's not. He's a macho me, and I feel like that may have messed him up a little bit. So when it was 2 wide and him and Smith who were bunched up, that top line was getting it. And before it went into overtime, and I was like, this boy's gonna get stuck and get pissed because he has nowhere to go. Penske cars look as as Penske as they always do, getting after it. And then the JGR cars look good. Chase Briscoe looked good. Had a pit issue which caused him to fall back, which I mean he would have done that anyways. Denny Hamlin looks very fast. He looked fast in qualifying. Looked fast tonight. Ty Gibbs and Connor Zilic leading a few laps tonight. Old rookie getting his
I was going to talk about him
his chops wet. Yeah,
because he made a rookie mistake and he pitted by himself.
wild.
He definitely did not mean to do that. But crazy part is the other group that pitted last was about the accordion effect started because they were trying to block and then everyone else was swerving out of the way, which allows Zilic to catch back up, and he never lost a pack. So power to him on that. That was pretty cool to see too. Like, to keep fighting as a rookie like he did when he made a mistake.
And again, he had to learn a lot too. You're not allowed to push as much in the Busch series. You got to kind of push and release. So he's driving obviously the new Chevy with the new nose. He's learning how to push. He's driving a new car. Massive learning day for him. Now, riding a pack of 22 cars to 43 cars is going to be a different animal. It's going to be a different breed. And again, a lot of expectation for the 19-year-old and Connor Zilic. Corey Heim, though, another young in the 67. I think he picked that number for a reason. I got to be honest with you, young kid. Like, he definitely did that for a reason. Signing the big contract with 23XI, getting 12 races this year. Looked awesome. I mean, he was run up there with the top of the pack with the best of them as well, too. It was interesting to see. Like, you can kind of just sense, again, very similar to Chandler Smith, when they get around those vets, they just look lost in the sauce. I will give a lot of credit to, and I wonder if the Chevys in the second race you had obviously Chase Elliott, and he won the second one, right? Chase did.
Yeah.
Chase.
The 200 cars were unbelievable.
Did Larson get Carson?
No, Hocevar held his own against those two guys. He just kept. I think they were more just happy being in line. I don't think anybody really wanted to step out. There was no reason to. You know what I mean? It's a good deal. So
it was good to see Carson's patience there. I know it was a Gatorade duel, and I know it was just a glorified qualification, but we know Carson. Carson likes to get after it, and for him not to just want to run somebody off the track there was impressive. I would love to see him pull out there, but that's what's going to be tough for him this year. And look, I think that's for me. If I'm Carson and Inspire, like, look, that was huge. Like, don't just try to go and win it. You especially if you're going to find yourself up in the front of the pack, surrounded by a bunch of Hendrick guys. No need to completely wreck yourself out of it. And again, I know this was a qualifier, but a good learning lesson. I think that hopefully we see some growing from him. Where let's look, dude, let's finish. You're our star. You're our guy. And Graham McDowell was right there, so he could have, they probably could have worked something out. But you got Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson surrounding you. You're surrounded by sharks. All right, you're in no man's land right there. So good for him holding his own. And
Michael McDowell also, man, what a great racer he is on those super speedways.
He's a speedway slut.
Very underrated. yeah, just a very underrated speedway racer.
Yeah, I mean, guys, he's one of the Daytona 500. That guy's he's always up there in the conversation. He'll be there Sunday if we don't get rained out. He will be in the conversation Sunday as well. But it was good, man. It was fun to get back out there. The energy was incredible. I went to the duels last year. It had rain, so that could have been part of why the buzz was kind of dead. But I'm just talking like Dodge was a huge showing. Obviously, they have Dodge trucks coming in, and that was a massive front for them. They had already their new Ty. What's his last? What the kid who won the race for the seat on Dodge? They already had merch out for him, which was cool to see. We went to the infields. We went to the Hard Rock Zone. I'll post. I'll make a video tomorrow. I'll kind of talk about that. We got to see all the cars in the garage. That was really cool. But the vibe was just impeccable, and the weather was perfect. NASCAR seems to be, figuring some things out. They did a really good job. They had just haulers everywhere with all kinds of advertising. Again, I went to the duels last year and the Pepsi 400 in August. I know it's not that, guys. I still call it that, and it just the energy was exceptional. I couldn't believe it. I was in awe, and it was a really, really good time. It made it perfect. Well, we got there, and I look up and I see like 4 fighter jets flying over the stadium, and you can't hear him yet. And I think my son, I'm like, oh shit, he's about to get his ears just exploded. And it's just like, and it's that feeling of like, hell yeah. And then like 5 more came. There was like 8 or 9 of them just flying around practicing. It was nuts. And my son got scared to shit, but it was really, really cool. So we got flyovers. The weather was perfect. Nice and breezy, never got too hot, and then we had great racing. Little chaos in the beginning. Of course, Bubba Wallace was in the middle of it, but yeah, second one was kind of a snooze fest. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, well, Bubba got out too far. And then tandem racing. When you get out too far, they train. You just get trained, and he lost it. He was out, and couldn't control it.
Yeah, your internet. You don't have a Spectrum internet like Carson Hocevar clearly, because you're struggling tonight, big guy. But we got the truck race tomorrow. It's going to be exciting. Again, a great start to a great weekend. We saw some trucks running around the track today for qualifying. That was fun to see as well too. So that'll be tomorrow. We'll talk about that. Obviously, Tony Stewart's racing. We know the big one, Cletus McFarland is going to be getting after it. Travis Pastrana, Carson Hocevar. It is a jam-packed truck series, and I can't wait. I can't wait for it. I'm kind of low key more excited for that.
Hopefully, Corey Joy can have a little redemption tomorrow night, as he's also in the truck race. Maybe he'll get a little redemption. Yeah.
Man, it is stacked. I feel for him, dude. And honestly, it's bad juju. You know why? Because when I was on top of the garages, he happened to walk by, and I was there. I was a little juiced up because the cars were going, and Beckett's screaming and yelling. He's like, "Let's go, baby!" And Corey was like, "Corey, let's go, baby!" And he looked up and was just like he was too cool for school. I'm like, all right, well, enjoy the bottom of turn 4, buddy. All right, so that's what you get for not being excited to see us, as excited as we were to see you. So he kind of rubbed me the wrong way today. Even though I was pulling for him, I was pulling more for Koskalski and the boys to have another partner in the race. But yeah, that's tough. And BJ McLeod, did he make it in the second one? No, Alfredo.
Yaley got him.
No, not Yaley. Alfredo.
Alfredo got him.
Yeah. The sauce.
I think I'm going to pick Buescher to win Daytona. I think that team is really, really good, and I think he is really, really good. And I think he's my pick to win. Mr.
Buescher?
Yes.
I love it. I look, hey, Buescher's going to the playoffs this year, boys. You can book it. All right. There's a betting on out there. Lock in Mr. Buescher, because he'll be dialed in, ready to go. But hey, great little recap show. If you guys are still up hanging out with us, we appreciate y'all. All y'all hanging out in the infield. Hope you guys are having a good time. It was good stuff there. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Make sure you guys tune in. Smash the like button. We're growing like a weed. Almost at 1,000 subs. Goals to be there by Sunday. We got a couple days left. I mean, obviously, we won't shut it down if we don't get there, but it'd be nice if we could get there. It's Cowboy Ty. I'm Shelton. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that Mark Martin. I'm a big Mark Martin fan. No, I love that guy. He's hilarious.
It was too cool. Good. Yeah. Also, if you haven't seen the Mark Martin interview, please check that out. It was one for the ages as well. Ty, we'll have you back as soon as you can, as you like. Maybe tomorrow night we'll recap the truck series. But y'all be good. Have a good Thursday. Stay tuned, 100 boys. Be good.